So the question is, where is Mr. Grant's art room? We're gonna have to wait and see. So welcome back, students. This is a picture of how the room started, the way I found it. And what you guys may not know is that you're not the only ones with the new beginning this year. After splitting schools for 6 years now between the elementary and the intermediate, I'm finally moved not only out of the elementary but also out of my intermediate art classroom this year. And I moved into somewhere positioned mystically between the middle school and the intermediate school. It's a new beginning, but there's something great about a new beginning. You can create a new vision for what you want, just like you can see here with my mural. Have you guys tried to visualize who you want to become this year and what you want to make out of yourself? It always starts big. It always starts broad, like a big, giant, general blob. And as you keep working at it and working at the details of it, as you move along, you work your way towards something beautiful, towards mastery of what you're working at, and it takes time. So I want to encourage you to kind of think about and visualize what you want to make out of your year this year, not just in art, but in all your classes and activities. Can you visualize what you want to see for your life and what you want to experience? So if you notice for my artwork here, what took the most amount of time would surprise you. It was actually painting all the walls in the room that tannish white color and coordinating everything together to make this mural look amazing. That took me over 3 days. Painting these big blobs of color took 4 hours. And then working my way to the smallest details, which is the black and the black line, which are highlights, and the white line highlights. Those only took me 20 minutes. But they wouldn't look great if I didn't put the work in ahead of time. So a lot of what makes someone an amazing artist or an amazing athlete or an amazing writer or whatever it is that you want to become with your life, a lot of it is just hard work, and it doesn't pay off until you keep with it, until one day you're ready to add those final details to your life that really make you stand out. So I hope you guys have a great year and work hard this year and learn and become something new and have a vision for who you want to become this year. Think about it. Welcome back, AIS art students, to Mr. Grant's classroom. If you can find me, we're over here in the middle school. You can see we got these hooks out here, so if you're coming from lunch, third graders, let's hang those lunch boxes right on those hooks. Try to remember to do that. And then come on in and join me. Right over here, we got a little new setup I wanted to share. Do you think you're allowed to use the supplies off this tabletop? Of course you are. These are all our dry art supplies. Behind the door, a lot of people miss this, but I made an art shirt rack. If we're painting, you're welcome to come grab an art shirt to protect your clothes. You don't even need to tie it. You just can put it right over your head. Down here is a scrap box. If the lid is off, you are welcome to get into the scrap box during free draw time. Okay? And what you'll probably do after you get your supplies and put your lunchbox on the hook is come over to put your supplies in your assigned seat. If you look closely, we now have pencil trays at the ends of the tables. So don't worry about, Mr. Grant, where's the pencils? They're always going to be there for you. And if you sit at the front rows, just come sit at your front rows during direction time. And if you sit at the back rows, you probably want to come up here and sit on the front bench during directions so that you have a better visibility, a better chance to see what's going on with old Mr. Grant. Working my way this way, we got ourselves a couple different treasure box levels this year. And we got Mr. Grant's teacher area. Do you think you're allowed to be coming back here and chopping stuff with a paper cutter? Probably not. That's why it says hands off. So this is Mr. Grant's area, but if you come this way, you'll notice that we have another area over here that's kind of a comfortable area like the front. And so when you get done with your artworks, you might want to use a whiteboard and free draw up at the front on the bench with a friend after you clean your table up, right? But you look back here, you see this nice couch. Should we come in here and take a nap during Mr. Grant's art lessons? Might not be the best time for a little old snooze. So the couch is meant for the end of class during free draw time. This is why we have a little free draw cabinet right here where it says free draw. So you can either go up to the front carpet or come back here and sit on the couch. It's called the quiet couch. That's what I'm going to call it. And then when you're cleaning up, another thing I wanted to point out was the sink. Now, we have only one sink in this room. So I probably will not have students using the sink because we have 25 students in some of my classes. That's too many for one sink. So what we did is we have this area right over here for you guys set up with 3 water buckets up. And if you have dirty water, do you think you should take it from your table and just put it here when you're ready to go? Not the best choice. So what we can do is we can dump it in the sink over there, and if that's crowded, we got the little old dirty sink bucket right there, and we can refill our water buckets. Oh, that's a little dirty. I'm going to dump that out a second time. I'm going to refill my water bucket halfway so that the next class that comes in says, hey, look, clean water. That's cool. I'm glad it's not dirty water buckets sitting around. And, last thing. This seems kind of silly, but today students were asking me, Mr. Grant, where's the trash can? I can't find a trash can. Well, you're in luck. We got a big old art trash can right here in the middle of the room so that everybody has an easy time throwing away their junk. So I think that's about it for Mr. Grant's overview of 2021's school year. I hope you guys have a blast this year. It's going to be a great year.